I have never seen a group of grown adults arguing over some other grown adults. Yes, I'm talking about Dakota and Felicity. It is getting wild what's going on with this big group of people. Now, supposedly, Nisha and Tiffany have turned on Crazy K, and Crazy K is saying that it was all their big scheme to get these two to go get this protection order and and everything. It's getting crazy. Let's go over some of this though. It's all over the FB. So China starts out by saying, "So Crazy K said the plan came from Nisha and Tiffany. All I know is whoever formulated this plan is in it for which is all of them. Formulated this plan is in for it, which is all of them. Mind you, I've never done a single thing to any of these people, and Tiffany is claiming she did it all for Crazy K, and now not feeling appreciated by him. Nisha, yes, you did have them do it. You and Tiffany both, and everything you're saying is untrue. All of this is giving weird agenda to make money. I have proof I never made any and spent my paychecks on them. Also, you literally just put them in the slammer and they said really bad things about your daughter. But now this? Now I'm disagreeing. I gotta disagree with China here. She says she never made any money off of them. I call bullshit. What did you do with the money, with the millions of views from the videos on TikTok with them? I highly doubt that 100% of that money was spent on that. I have to call bullshit, I'm sorry. So then she has a bunch of screenshots of some messages under this post. And somebody has made a comment, something about Nisha and Tiffany are clout chasing, and Crazy K answers, facts. So he's saying they're clout chasing, but you know what, just not long ago, he was clout chasing, and he put up a whole GoFundMe that I believe is still up, where he was trying to get $800 together for these two. Then we have a screenshot of a post by Crazy K. He says Nisha Thompson and Tiffany Workman took Dakota and Felicity to the courthouse to get DVP, a protection order, on China. Not me. I don't do that shit. I don't care that much. Dakota and Felicity is grown. I'd be by myself or in the studio. Okay. And then we have a screenshot here. This is between Crazy K and Tiffany. And he's telling Tiffany that they need rehab and they need medical help. Speaking of Dakota and Felicity. And she says, they are sober and they do need medical treatment. I thought China was their caregiver. That's what I'm not understanding. Why are they to blame? This is so sad that they've been so neglected and they get made fun of. This isn't right with their type of needs. No one should be making fun of them. They should be helping them. Don't sit and be a friend in their faces and then post something like this. Why? They're adults. They can take care of themselves. Apparently, according to the state and everything, they can take care of themselves. They're out there living their lives. So how is she going to blame China that they're not taken care of? They're not kids that need taken care of. See what I mean? This is just getting crazy. Then, just an hour ago, we have this post by China. Nisha, I'm the one for clout, yet you're the one posting these false accusations and even recorded taking them to make false accusations. Honey, don't forget I have the money to battle you all in court. You were just asking my mommy for $20, Nisha, and burn my little brother. Even Crazy K said you put them up to it and you will face the consequences. The first thing you did was take them to get a check so they can finally pay you. Honey, I am blessed, and this crown doesn't fall, and no evil against me or mine will prosper. I promise you, God has me, and won't let you get away with making up things against me for your own benefit. You could have came and got them weeks ago. I would have loved some peace. Instead, you filled their heads with things that weren't true to keep them away from me, and that's real life cray. If she just took them to get a check, there's no way that takes... If we're speaking of like disability checks, that can take several years to get approved. Minimum at least a year. Minimum. More like 18 months to 2 years. And we know she did make the post that they paid her for the TVs, so I don't know. I'm confused. China's saying she took them first thing to go get a check, but they wouldn't have received anything right away. I'm confused. See what I mean? This is just crazy. Then we have Nisha over here. This is where she says, a day ago, she says, okay, nobody talked Felicity and Dakota into getting a DVP. I gave them a ride to the courthouse so Tiffany could find out what she could have done about China giving Felicity and Dakota her prescribed Seroquel. I was only the driver. Excuse me. I did not go in the courthouse. I dropped them off, and when I picked them up, they told me they got a DVP on China. Felicity didn't say anything about China beating on her until she was inside the courthouse. Then Nisha posts this she says, this is a conversation between Tiff and I on the day before I gave them a ride to the courthouse. Crazy K doesn't know what he's talking about. There was no DVP planned, and they were not coached. As far as I know, Tiff was doing a police report to help them get their belongings from China's house, and to also talk to someone about China giving them her medication. Well, how did China have her medication? Or is China's medication? Whose medication was given to them? I'm so confused. I can't make sense of any of this. And the punctuation and everything is horrible, so it's hard to decipher what they're trying to say in anything. So then there's these text messages between Tiffany and Nisha, and they're talking about, they say we need to get them signed up for housing. And then they say Dakota owes housing $85. That's another thing I was going to help Dakota get done, but since Felicity gets her check now, they shouldn't have no problem getting an apartment. Maybe you could help them get one up there. And Tiffany replies, Dakota, she wants to know which housing Dakota owes money to, and they named the housing. And Tiffany says, okay, I need to figure out how to get them to the courthouse to do a police report on China to get their stuff from her house. But I thought the police just escorted them over there to get the belongings. I don't get it. And then they say, is China saying she isn't going to give them their stuff? I'll take them to go get it tomorrow. And then Tiffany says, yes, the cops didn't want them. Yes, cops didn't want them back. He can't even get his card for check. So obviously his card to withdraw for his disability check probably. These were on June 28th. So I'm quite certain they got their money because, Nisha said they paid her for the TVs. Now, Tiffany has this whole long post. I mean, on FB, and when I say long, I mean long. And I'm talking about, can you see this? This is all one post, okay? I couldn't even make sense of it. And so I'm not even going to try to read this all. She's just talking about that she's telling the truth. She just basically met them. They don't want to be a part of the drama, Dakota and Felicity. They don't even want to be on social media. They don't want to be a part of the drama. People's talking about them and something about autism and something about her job. She cares for people, but she's taking time off because of some trauma. And yeah, and she prayed to meet them, and God answered her prayers, and now she's helping them, and all lives matter, and her certifications are not expired, and China's stalking her page, harassing her. And she's saying she would have a lawyer too if she was China, and she's claiming China's not even supposed to be speaking anything about them on FB and any social media because it goes against the DVP. But yeah, Tiffany Workman, I'm not even going to read that whole post because I can't make sense of it. But she's claiming she just met Dakota and Felicity within days, say a week. It's just going this hard for them. They all want clout. They all want that money to make videos about them, bottom line. So, if you could make sense of all this, let me know, because I'm having a hard time digesting all this. And like I said, whose medicine was given to who, and was this all a plan? I think somebody did put these two up to this. Because, like I said before, you can tell them what to do, and they'll do it. So, let me know what you think about it all.